Benji Brand. Say that name to anyone that knows surfing, and visions of triple overhead plus pipe or cloud break come to mind. We brought Benji out for a Kandui swell a couple years ago, and while we knew he was gnarly, we just didn't know how truly gnarly he was. We rank Benji in the top 3 barrel riders we've come across in over 2 decades of living in the Mentawai, and our top videographer from the last 15 years, Tony Tripod, said it best: he never leaves the barrel, and you can never stop filming a wave since he may pop out at the end. With last year being one of the better years in memory for swell production, our plan was to bring Benji out for a month in the peak of our goofy season, have Pyzel make him a quiver specifically made for the Mentawai, and just watch him do his thing in pumping Kandui. Mother Nature had other plans, and while we had the pumping swell, the swell angle and the winds bent towards the right. While Benji is no slouch on the backhand, Benji kept wanting to check the other side of the island, and 3 unexpected things stuck with us from his time in July and August. Number 1, with the south swells favoring the right, it seemed like everyone forgot to look at the other side of the island. While Rifles was 6 to 8 foot in pumping, Kandui was 4 to 5 foot, empty, and straight out of every goofy foot's dream. Number 2, while everyone knows Benji's for big barrels, nobody, including us, could have prepared us for how well Benji performed in the fun side stuff. Number 3, with a dream 6-board quiver from Pyzel, made specifically for the Mentawai, Benji kept circling back to one little 5/6 channel bottom twin fin that seemed to handle anything the Mentawai threw at him. With the speed of a twin, deep channels giving the board a similar hold to a thruster, it was like pulling teeth to get Benji off his magic twin. We had to know more about this little 5/6 channel bottom twin, so we called up Pyzel himself to get the lowdown. Luck should have it, Pyzel was currently in Bali, and he and his Pyzel Indonesian team walked us through how their Wildcat may be the best hidden secret for pumping Indo barrels, and the board you may need for your next surf trip to Indonesia.
I'm here in Indo right now in Bali, and I'm working on a little project with the Kandui resort, and for Benji Brand's going to go up there and surf some waves and stay up there for a few weeks. And I talked over with Benji kind of like what he would want to try, different boards he's ridden in the past that we're kind of redoing, and then also some boards that he maybe hasn't ridden so much, but like things that are kind of like what we thought would be really fun for a couple weeks up there in Indo, or in the Ments. And so the first board though that was really stuck out was something that he's been riding for quite a while now, and that's our Wildcat twin fin. And it's a little channel bottom twin fin. It has a nice little wing. This thing's in the process. It's about to get glassed. Has a little wing. It's got some deep channels running through the middle of it, and it's not there's no stabilizer fin. There's no trailer fin. It's just strictly a pure twin fin. This is something Benji's been riding for a few years now already, back at home, and he's taken it on different trips, different places. I can't tell you everywhere, I don't know, but he's been a lot of places with it, and he really likes it. This board's really suits Indo. It's one of the boards that I like to ride down here a lot when I come down here. It really suits a long lined up wave. It's really fast, but it also has like a nice performance feel to it for a twin fin. It's got kind of a retro-y look, but I feel like I tried to do it as far as like performance-wise, like the nose, everything's really pulled in. It's got a beak, so it's kind of an old school look to it, but it's got a real performance outline. And then the rocker is just really smooth and continuous, and it's pretty flat through the tail because you want to get a lot of drive out of a twin fin. But these little bumps, the wings help kind of break up the outline and get it a little bit more pivotal than a lot of twin fins might be. At the same time, pulling the tail in, because I didn't want a really wide. I wanted a drivey feeling board when we made this. It's all about getting drive and speed, and actually being able to like push it through turns. if you look at what Benji's done with it, and a lot of my team riders, they can push pretty hard on a board. For a twin fin, it pushes back against you pretty well, and it's not like real slidey, pivoty. That kind of helps. The channels kind of play a part in that too, giving you a little bit of extra directional drive and just a little bit more bite and just adding to the speed. Benji has always really liked this board since I made him his first one, probably I think it was 2 years ago, and yeah, it's something that's kind of a favorite for people here in Indonesia, and clean waves especially. The channels work great, and any kind of thing that's like really lining up, it feels really good. That's the Wildcat twin fin, and we'll see how he liked this after we get him on these up in the Mets.
Bye.